Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to our third watch-along. Today we just wanted a bit of fun, didn't we? We didn't want anything too boring or...
More of a laid-back reaction.
Yeah, we didn't want... Yeah, we've been recording all day, so we just wanted something... We wanted a bit of fun, basically. So today we're going to be watching The Five Doctors, the special edition version, because this is the version that we both grew up watching, didn't we?
Actually, I think I watched the original first, but then I saw this and I thought, it's better. So,
Okay, yeah, well, this is the one that I saw most when I was a kid anyway.
There's not much difference. I think some of the scenes are slightly longer and they've got new special effects for the time.
Yeah, new special effects. I think the music's slightly different score.
Oh yeah, they've redone the score. Yeah, it is the same score, but I don't know, I'm not a musician. They've made it sound a bit better.
Yes.
A bit more atmospheric in a way. And less echoey. I don't know. Talking out my arse here.
Well, so basically this is the version we're going to be watching. So without further ado, let's get on with episode 1. Well, actually, no, we don't need to get on with episode 1. Because it's all one thing, isn't it?
You don't have to keep cutting to credits every 25 minutes.
Yeah, which is very good, because it does annoy both of us. Or me, anyway.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're recording, because we've got to stop recording every episode.
Yeah, it is.
To make sure we got it.
But anyway, here we go. So this is The Five Doctors. Please enjoy.
And like and subscribe to Louie's channel. Check out the re-edits.
Yes.
They're a bit of fun. It's basically being a vain fan, being vain fans, and injecting ourselves
We are very vain in that, aren't we? Because it's like, Doctor Who would be better if we were in it.
We were in it, yeah. That's why we call it the re-edits, because we re-edit ourselves into it. But it's just a bit of comedic fun. Hopefully it makes you giggle. It's just a bit of harmless fun. So.
We really enjoyed making them, didn't we?
It was funny.
One day I shall come back.
Was this in the original version?
Yes.
This was in the original.
Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tribute to Hartnell because he couldn't be in it, obviously, because he was no longer with us.
Yeah.
He was in the last multi-Doctor story, obviously, the Three Doctors.
I am not mistaken in mine.
That's such a good moment. That story's brilliant, Dalek Invasion of Earth, but that moment at the end is just magical, really, you know.
Was that the first time this was we had a pre-title sequence as well to Doctor Who?
Comment below. I think so. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think... No, Spearhead from Space did it?
No, okay, no, it would have been Spearhead from Space.
No, I don't think it did, actually, no.
Sure. Yeah, also comment below, because we haven't got a clue.
We know Remembrance of the Daleks did.
Yes.
There's not many classic ones that have pre-title sequences. Oh, that's a nice shot.
So in the original version, these shots were just stills, weren't they? So they've actually... I don't know if they've gone back and done model shots for the
That's news to me.
Yeah, for the special edition version. Because it was just like static still shots for the original.
Picture.
Yeah.
It's a nice set as well. You can tell they put some money into this one. Yes. It actually looks very nice.
I suppose being the 25th anniversary, you're going to have more eyes on it, aren't you? So
20th, yeah.
20th, sorry, yeah. Yeah, we're not at Silver Nemesis yet.
No, Remembrance of the Daleks is the 25th anniversary, not bloody Silver Nemesis. The thing is, it's written to be an anniversary story, remember. It's just set at Coal Hill School.
It is really, yeah.
It's got the Daleks in it, you know. You've got the French Revolution book on the table that Susan was reading. Turlo.
Turlo! Doctor.
He's not whinging about tractators yet.
Not yet. We'll get there.
No! Tractators!
We'll get there.
It's the first time we see it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Definitely a lot better than the...
Oh, God. It looks brand spanking new there as well.
Yeah.
Like, it gets a bit more battered over time. Soon, by the time we get to survival, battlefield, it's fucked. It's buggered by that point.
Is that... Battlefield, it's all the TARDIS in the dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that is just probably to hide the state of the
oh,
set,
yeah.
I reckon.
Well, all of this here, I don't think they actually had any of it. They only had a few walls.
Yeah.
If I'm right. And so they had to light it really dark to try and hide that. And it looked more cramped as well.
This is more than a machine, Tegan.
Tegan?
Tegan Joe Banker?
You mean it's just as unreliable?
You have little
The
faith.
hair's shorter.
It is. Well, her hair's quite short in season 20 anyway.
Yeah.
Do you blame me?
Tegan's a weird one, because like she leaves in Time Flight, then sort of awkwardly comes back in Arc of Infinity. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I lost my job. You got to help me now. And, and Doctor's like, oh, right. It's just such a weird relationship. So he doesn't actually want her there, and she doesn't seem to want to be there most of the time anyway.
Mm.
I mean, I don't hate Tegan. I do like her character, but it's a bit of an odd dynamic they had. They were going for more of a shaky Doctor-companion dynamic, but it just came off as just a bit
Yeah,
odd.
I mean, you don't really know if they're friends. I mean, obviously they are friends by the end.
Yeah,
of
but
it,
it's questionable.
It is. Yeah. Obviously, at the beginning they're not friends.
No.
They hate each other, but
But they never really get that moment of, like, being proper friends. They don't get
Yeah.
that nice moment where they really connect.
no.
They're just sort of going through the
Yeah,
motions.
they don't resolve the
conflict,
not liking each other
yeah.
at the beginning. Yeah.
They're just sort of going through the motions of the story and just dealing with what they come across. They don't actually seem to focus on their friendship at all. I don't know. It's just the writing, isn't it?
It is.
They-
But then that's what Big Finish is so great, because it does expand upon
Yes,
the characters and the stories and
definitely. Yeah.
all of that stuff.
It's just the Eye of Orion now, isn't it?
But yes, finally
The
on
Sixth
the Eye of
Doctor
Orion.
bangs on about the Eye of Orion
Yeah.
all the time. The Eye of Orion, Perry!
I think a few Doctors, I can't remember who else, but I think a few Doctors do talk about the Eye of Orion. And this is obviously the only time we see it.
Yeah. It's just the English countryside. Oh, that's new.
What, the new effect or the...
I don't think I've seen this version.
You haven't seen this version?
I don't know what... I'm getting mixed up. I haven't seen these new effects, I don't think. Right, what it is probably YouTube confusing me. I've seen that effect before,
Okay.
but I haven't seen all these new model shots and zoom-ins. Oh well.
Oh, there we go. This is the first experience for you then.
Yeah, it's the original version I've seen, I think. Meanwhile, I got heartburn.
Just a twinge of cosmic angst.
That's what you say as well.
Ha! Oh, twinge of cosmic angst. Just a twinge of
As if I'd lost
bacon angst. Units.
Lieutenant Carstairs as well, from the War Games.
Really?
It's the same actor.
Oh yeah! I recognise him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not playing the same character, but
Well, of course not. No, that was like World War One.
that was World War. Yeah.
chance of re-meeting old friends.
But I think that's quite a nice nod.
There's one chap we tried to get hold of.
Brigadier. I love the Brigadier.
Used to be your scientific
Aside from the Doctor and the companions, he's my favourite character.
Yeah.
Wonderful chap.
I love that line.
Yeah.
Wonderful chap, all of them.
Well, yeah, because it's like a redone version of the Three Doctors. Because doesn't he say in the Three Doctors, wonderful chap, both of you?
Yeah.
No, now he says wonderful chap, all of them.
Seeing Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart.
How did you know he was here?
I'm sorry, sir, you're not allowed in there.
You're allowed? Me? I'm allowed everywhere.
Well, you never think this is Louis' favourite story. Or anything.
Good heavens.
I can see why it's not my favourite, but I can see why it's your favourite. Because
Yeah.
it's just a celebration and a bit of fun with Doctor Who. You know, it's got
I'm not too late.
all of the perks of Doctor Who are in.
Yes.
Your speech.
I think if you wanted to show someone classic Doctor Who, this is a great one
Yeah.
to start off with, because it has got all of the... Well, maybe not start off with, because obviously it's a little bit
Well, maybe do
convoluted
one
with all
of-
of the Doctors in.
Yeah, one of the first maybe.
Yeah.
I honestly think a good one is Remembrance of the Daleks because it's quite fast paced like the new series.
Yeah.
And I actually think Day of the Daleks is quite a good one to start off with. Especially the special edition ones, who's got the updated effects. And
Yeah.
everything. And that's quite a fast paced story, and it's got a really good time travel plot.
After you. Come on, run.
Well, it looks like the thick of winter they filmed that. It just looks a bit bitter
It
outside.
does, it's
doesn't
very
it?
cold, yeah.
We must get back to the TARDIS before it's too late.
Yeah, look, Trouton looks freezing, man.
Attack of the swirly ice cream.
Or better than just a black cone from the original
That's true,
one.
yeah. Being attacked by a triangle in the original one. They're quite good fit. They're like Eagle Moss.
They do look, yeah. They do look like Eagle Moss.
Eagle Moss are the company that make the figurines. Like they don't have articulation, but they're really good quality handmade stuff. We've got TARDIS consoles from Eagle Moss. They're really well detailed.
Melting iceberg.
They're sold out now because they're so popular.
All of them, have they?
Something help
I
him.
think all well, apart from the '60s one, I think.
Okay.
I'll have it all worked out.
They are very, very, very good.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Everything's
Because
quite
they're all handmade. They can't mass produce them. or anything.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hello. It's the Doctor.
My favourite.
Great balls of fire.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Great balls of fire.
But yeah. Apparently Bessie there is not quite the same.
It's not.
It's
That's
got
not.
a larger
Yeah,
bonnet.
that's not the same car.
No. I don't think it is, but they replaced the bonnet or something.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was a completely different car they used for this one.
Because I'm a true John Pertwee era nerd, I watched a lot of this video. He was talking about his era, and he said, Bessie had a nose job this story. Because the bonnet had been changed or something, it was larger. He's got the wrong costume on.
Yeah, but Ego must didn't do a variant
Oh,
of the costume Pertwee was wearing there.
Oh, that's what he wanted 3 Doctors.
Yes.
What's happening to him? What are we going to do?
Peter Howell did the score, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
It's just been like refined now for this special edition, isn't it? He's brilliant. He's one of the best, I think, because he did a really good theme for the 80s.
Yep.
And he gave a great theme for the Sontarans and the 2 Doctors. It was a very menacing theme.
Yeah.
He's done a few others.
I think that's associated with Sontarans theme throughout the classic era.
Definitely.
Now.
We should bring it back for the new series.
And it's just, no, it's not the first time we see, well, it's the first time in Doctor Who we see K9 with Sarah Jane, because obviously they had the spin-off, didn't they, K9 and Company.
I still haven't watched that.
It's not brilliant.
Look,
Well, saying that, it's like the Sarah Jane Adventures but in the 1980s, so it's not, you know, it's a bit fun. I liked it.
I've heard it's just very boring.
I've watched it once.
take me with you.
Have you noticed? She's almost dressing like the 3rd Doctor. She's got the frills and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, the cuffs.
Yeah, the frills and the gloves and the coat.
Danger! I keep saying that, doesn't he?
Danger! Doctor! Danger!
I like that K9 has his proper voice here, not the
Yes, John
Weird.
Leeson's back.
not the weird voice in season 17. Oh, talking of season 17.
Yes,
that was
here we
perfect
go.
timing. Shada. Very good story, this.
It is.
Owen Chadwick. Yes.
I think I watched this quite recently, Shada. It is brilliant.
It is really good. City of Death and Shada. It's mad. That season, there's some of the 2 of the best story. Well, like they're going to be on the top 10, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're considered 2 of the best, aren't they?
And then you got stories like Horns of Nimon and Creature from the Pit.
Yeah.
And Destiny of the Daleks. We did that one
Well, I guess
recently.
you can't say Doctor Who doesn't have variety.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that season's just so inconsistent, isn't it?
No, simple.
Hunting.
Push in one direction.
Don't swear, please.
We've ruined that word now. Why? It's your fault. They were punting. weren't
No,
they?
it's punt. It just sounds similar to another word.
Oh, right, that word. This technically isn't in a season either. This is just a proper special.
Standalone, yeah.
This is the first Doctor Who special, really,
Yeah, no, it is, yeah.
because the 3 Doctors was part of season 10, wasn't it? Bit dirty that floor, wasn't it?
Yeah, considering they've just had an overhaul.
I think that's where the cameraman has scratched it. Or something.
That's right, in universe I can just say that the TARDIS console did it, so they're trying to fit it through the door.
Jono, you take one end. No.
Oh, it's bug on the floor.
No, Doctor. Why is he doing that? Is he hauling a taxi?
You know, I think some of those poses are questionable.
3rd Doctor's like this.
Instruments, we're nowhere.
Second Doctor's like going, for some reason.
Do a dance with the Brigadier.
Reconnect something.
We wait.
Do you reckon Turlo stinks the TARDIS out because he never changes?
And if he doesn't?
Unless in his wardrobe, it's literally all
School uniforms.
school uniform, all exactly the same.
Gallifrey never really looks the same after the War Games, does it?
No.
It's too colourful. I mean, I don't mind the shoulder pad thing because it looks quite.
It's iconic
official.
now, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
But look, like what Bruce is wearing here is a bit too.
The dressing gown and a skull cap.
Look, it just looks cheap, doesn't it?
But I think it's the issue's the lighting again.
And videotape cameras.
Yes. Because obviously the rest of it is shot on location, obviously apart from inside the TARDIS and
the stuff in-
Tomb of Rassilon.
Yeah, the stuff in North Wales looks brilliant.
Yeah.
With all due respect, Lord
Look,
President.
he's got like a Dora the Explorer watch on. What's that about?
The Castellan can have a hobby, you know.
Iron Man 3 Dora watch. Special edition. Oh,
Chancellor
The Master.
The Master.
This is a very great and may I say a most unexpected honor.
I mean, Delgado is the Master, but Anthony Ainley is a lot of fun.
He's a lot of fun. That's
He's very
probably the best way to describe this.
He's very
Master.
camp and ridiculous in most of his stories.
But then he does play it very
That's the
dark
thing.
and
Yeah, I was going to say in Survival,
and Legopolis, I think, as well. He
Yeah,
plays
actually,
it very,
Legopolis, yeah.
very sort of seriously,
he's quite mean in Legopolis.
menacing.
I heard Tom Baker say once at a convention that was on YouTube. He said that Anthony Ainley, he was good friends with him. He said he used to write love letters to his girlfriends.
Okay.
And he'd
Girlfriends.
Well, it probably didn't last long because every time he wrote a love letter, he signed it "The Master." The bottom. He probably put them off. Love from the Master.
That's brilliant.
Richard Herndl playing the First Doctor. I think somebody saw him in Blake 7. I thought he'd be.
Yeah,
Good for
they
this
didn't. I
role.
think they thought he looked a bit like Hartnell, which I don't agree with. I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't look. But to be fair, he gets
But
the mannerisms.
he does,
right.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, even obviously he doesn't sound like him really either, but it's the mannerisms that he
Yes.
gets down.
But I think that's important. I think because obviously in nowadays with films and stuff, you have different actors like playing or being recast as iconic characters.
Yep.
But I think it's really important that they bring their own perspective to these characters
Yeah.
as well as try homaging to the olds.
Yeah, sometimes it's not good to do an exact copy. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're not going to get it perfect.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that anyway. I like to see sort of new what characters bring to the table.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. A fresh interpretation of it.
Yeah.
His other selves.
And if you can
Credit to Barusa, he does play it really cool in this, considering behind, literally in the next room, he's
there's thinking about
playing with all of his little Ego Moss figures.
Mr. President Bruce, I need to get a mop out of the front. No!
I'll get it.
We need to mop the floor. No! I'll get it.
and you can
You're the president, you don't have to mop the floor. I'll get it.
Power boosted open-ended transmitter.
Don't play that harp.
Yeah, do you reckon you have the Chancellery cleaner knock on the door?
and dispose.
Well, President, I need to dust this room. No!
No!
Oh, no, fine.
Would be used.
I must be whole.
I'm saying Davison's voice has changed so much. Like, he sounds so youthful there, and
Yeah.
nowadays he's very gravelly. It's jarring when you hear him in Big Finish these days. That Dalek is slightly better than the ones in Destiny, but still not brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a bit
It's
clunky.
still cheap
Yeah.
looking. But also, I think another thing that I think I've always overlooked when watching this story is this is obviously the first time that Susan's met up with the Doctor again since
Yeah.
she was stranded on Earth.
Yeah, and then the Daleks are back again.
Yeah.
Well, one Dalek. You barely touched it. That's the thing in the classic series. You just push Daleks around and beat them up, don't you? It's like Planet of the Daleks. They just wrestle it into the ice ice lake, whatever.
Yeah. I like that effect there on the Dalek because it's almost like he's lighting up, like his shields are sort of failing.
Yeah.
And then obviously
This affects this.
this is a great. Yeah.
John Pertwee talked about that. He said they use like fairy liquid for the blood.
Oh really? But it looks really good, I think.
Yeah, well, it looks like green blood, doesn't
Yeah.
it? No, it's all over the floor. See? Fairy liquid.
Charming spot, Doctor.
My dear Brigadier, it's no use blaming me.
So the Brigadier works well with like all the Doctors, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has that chemistry with all of them.
That's probably why he's so loved, isn't he? Because he's just exactly.
Like, even
you say.
McCoy in Battlefield. Like,
Yeah.
There's only one story, but they're great. Yeah.
Well, Sideman's trying to hold his hand.
I feel emotions now. I'm an 80s Cyberman. I feel emotions. Excellent. Oh, it's just the really steep hills.
I was going to say, do you know about this? But you obviously do.
It's like me falling off this floor. Look at it. Oh no!
Thing is, they're in North Wales. I don't know why they just couldn't find I mean, the place is made up of hills. Just find a hill.
Yeah, but
The one bit of flat, the one piece of flat
I
for
know,
the
but
ground.
then you'd have to find a stunt double to do it, wouldn't you? Because it'd be like health and safety
Oh, I guess.
risk.
I guess.
But it could have picked a slightly steeper one.
Yeah.
Oh, the hero.
A perfectly flat bit of ground to fall
Good.
down.
The action hero. Hold on a minute. Ah, Sarah Jane.
Will it be unfortunate if that rock sort of that wasn't secure, it slipped and ended up crushing Sarah Jane? It sort of rolled and fell off. Bit
He's very
unfortunate.
morbid, isn't he?
Hang on a minute.
What if Sarah Jane got crashed off?
I'm not condoning Sarah Jane, by the way. I really like Sarah Jane's companions.
If it was Adric, you wouldn't mind.
Oh, and yeah. Well, I don't think anyone would, actually.
No. We died anyway, we got where we wanted.
What are we
He has the
doing here?
best costume, in my opinion. It's not so good here in this story, Pertwee's costume, but his costumes in general are just brilliant. It's iconic with a cape and
Yeah.
velvet jackets and free shirt. Get out. We want to help you, Doctor. Oh, fuck.
Got a lot of abuse goes on that cancer end, isn't it?
Well, no wonder the bloody console's battered by Battlefield. Battered by Battlefield.
One thing that always struck me, right? This scene, they're sitting down. I need to sit down. Fair enough. Right, Doc, that's fine. Sit down.
Just go and take another look.
Yeah.
I'll just go and take another look. She goes about,
Well,
metre?
10 feet or so.
yeah, 2 meters away.
Let's see.
Oh, look, what's over there? I can't see from here.
Maybe he's blind as well.
Yeah, short-sighted.
More to the point, what are you young people doing in
She was confused, Susan. She's just like,
TARDIS.
and who might he be?
The doctor.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't look that phased. Obviously,
Yeah,
the
she's
first time she's met the Doctor in several years.
and then there's other people in his TARDIS.
Yeah, and
She's
she's
like-
just like, yeah.
That's just bad directing, that is. She's like, Carol, just stand there. You're not in shot. Don't worry. But she is. She's just like,
Yes, it doesn't matter how do you come to be here. Oh, the TARDIS was young lady, make yourself useful.
oh,
This young fellow looks as
that's a
though
volatile
he's
pairing.
and I
Tegan
know
and
Susan
the First Doctor.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
They're killing each other.
Humour him. You know,
He's basically just gone up to Tegan, somebody he doesn't know. So, make me some grab, will you?
Faith,
Yeah, that goes well.
perhaps.
It's time to go.
Well, he doesn't sound that convinced anyway.
When you have
Yeah.
something to tell us,
Do you remember they brought that actual prop back, or at least a replica of it in the Time of the
we
Doctor?
will pick up your signal.
Matt Smith's last one.
Oh, yes, yes, they did, didn't they?
Anyone gonna
Yeah,
wish me luck?
because he pulls it out and he's like, was it Seal of Rassilon, nicked it off the Master in the Death Zone? He says that in the
Yes,
Time
it
of the
does,
Doctor.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Nice little reference.
I would prefer to wait alone.
In my cupboard. I don't remember that.
It's one of his predecessors.
One of my predecessors.
Jesus, you know this old script.
I do.
Of every other Time Lord. In the days before
There's a big finish. I think it's partly set in the Death Zone as well. I think it's Segraeus. I think it's that
Oh,
one.
I've heard of that one.
And then Charlie goes, "Oh, am I ever like somewhere? Like, am I ever on that alien planet or somewhere in Wales?"
I'd explain as we go.
Where are we going?
They normally poke fun at the quarries, don't they?
Yeah.
Sit on.
Is this an alien planet or a quarry?
Single figure in Time Lord history.
I love this bit of music.
It's very Second Doctor. That's
It is
like,
very
his
Second
own
Doctor.
theme.
Yeah.
That would suit Jamie as well. That little theme.
You're talking nonsense, my boy.
Picnic now.
We must send the signal as planned and wait for the others. No, there's no time. We must
I love the glasses, the straws going around.
Yeah.
And without our
Yeah, Barusa was drinking from that in bloody Invasion of Time. Do you remember? He was
Oh,
like
yeah.
chilling in the TARDIS.
Yes, he was. Yeah. It was out in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
was out there.
The Fifth Doctor, he's very... He's sort of... He's not as authoritative as other Doctors.
No.
And like, I love the fact he's even struggling to like deal with himself
Self.
for the moment.
Yeah, exactly. What is your favourite pairing in this story? I think mine's probably Third Doctor and Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, they were already a pair before. I think that's
Yeah.
why it works.
Yeah. But I think they have like the most interesting to do, like the most interesting routes.
Yeah,
to get
because
to
they,
the
well, they see the
tower
Cybermen and the robot, and then they... Well, of course, the Third Doctor's got to go in the acrobatic way and with the
Yes,
zip wire.
yeah.
Because they
Well, that's just John Pertwee all over, isn't it?
He was always like driving fast cars and speedboats and crazy. Like a lot of that was him as a person. That's why in Planet of the Spiders you've got like a 12-minute chase with Bessie the Hoomobile, a little helicopter, and a boat. No, and a hovercraft and a boat.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't catch you.
Do you think this is wise?
It's convenient that Gallifrey has Earth-like roads.
It is. The timers obviously went down and tarmacked all the...
Oh. You're not Roger Delgado. You're an imposter.
Actually, I take that back. The cloak looks a bit ridiculous.
I
Isn't
told you.
Yeah.
He looks like Dracula. Look at him.
it? Looks like he can't even move his neck.
Yeah, he's like... He's an action figure with bad articulation. The doctors are convinced. These thunderbolts are everywhere. Oh, shut up.
The thing is, the Thunderbolts don't really get explained, do they? This is the last time we see them, isn't it?
I think so.
Like, he's nearly falling over, running away from those with his stupid cape. And then
It's not very aerodynamic.
I think that's
it's
it.
holding him back.
Yeah.
And the main door.
Yeah, I'm way more invested on this
Yeah.
Third Doctor and Sarah than Fifth Doctor and the TARDIS. I mean, I'm just biased because John Pertwee's my favourite Doctor, probably, but you know, we got Liz Sladen as well. Oh, Bessie's been. Oh, that's why they wrote the Thunderbolts in, just to take Bessie out.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing you can do to retrieve him, Doctor. You said this chap Rassilon was dead.
This chap, right?
No, he calls everyone chap. It's brilliant.
Oh, it is.
Chap Rassilon.
But no one this very
This is
moment.
great on film.
Didn't you say
on
he
this
was
TV.
supposed to be
Yeah.
a good type? So the official history says.
Can you imagine if the whole classic series was shot on film? How much better it would look.
Some say his fellow Time Lords.
They'd make the TARDIS interior look brilliant. You know.
And locked him in the tower in eternal sleep.
The beginning, I'm probably wrong about this. The beginning of Tomb of the Cybermen when they showed the TARDIS.
Yeah,
That
was
looks
on
excellent.
film.
That was in
Yeah.
film. Yeah, I say it looks excellent.
Rassilon at this very moment.
Yeah, that's a good introduction to the series, like season 5, because you get that nice. They go through the doors, don't they? The camera
Yeah.
goes through the doors on film, and you have that whole sequence. A smooth takeoff. What a nerve! When he takes off. Oh, he's in this, isn't he, Jamie? I'll just say,
Yeah,
great
he's in-
Jamie's in this, but,
Yeah.
but only briefly.
It's because of this the two Doctors happened.
Yeah.
Because
John Nathan Turner saw the film.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So well, Fraser Hines and Troughton got on. So well, they got on together, and
Yeah.
I think it'd be safer if you were to remain.
yeah, and the
here
two
with
Doctors
me.
happened a couple of years later.
Yes, yes.
I like bits of the two Doctors, but overall it's just a mess. It's
I
one
think
of
as soon
Bob
as,
Holmes'
they go to
weaknesses.
Spain, then yeah, then
Yeah.
it sort of falls
It's
apart.
just a runaround, isn't it? It's one of Bob Holmes' weaker scripts.
Yeah.
There aren't many, to be fair. Although I don't. This baffles me. His first story, The Crotons.
Yes, it was.
And he's
Yeah.
the man who wrote Talons of Wen Chiang and Caves of Androzani and all these classics. Deadly Assassin.
Can't find an easier way.
He had a bad start.
Page of Androzani as well.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Wasn't listening. Sorry.
Come along.
This is a great location. Lots of fog there. Isn't there? There was lots of fog when you went, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I went to Mount Snowdon, which is literally round about where they filmed the Five
Same
Doctors.
vicinity.
Vicinity.
Doctor.
Master.
Count Dracula. You got his collar down now.
No, I don't think so.
I know this is going to be.
He still looks like a moron.
But for once I mean you. Like Alice, I try to believe 3 impossible things before breakfast.
Yes, Doctor.
He's got no neck.
I've been sent here by
No wonder he falls over and his sidemen shoots at him later.
Apparently he's a bit of a scaredy cat, Anthony, and he's like, and the explosion goes off, but apparently he screamed in the first take.
Did he?
So they couldn't use it.
Worries me.
I've watched this clip so many times on YouTube because it's one of the.
I think that, yeah, it was YouTube or Daily Motion. I think I saw this clip, and I think that's the first
Yeah,
time I saw
it's-
this story.
It's got loads of views on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's a good scene.
it is. I think at that age as well, seeing the Master, the Cybermen,
First, oh, that isn't your
the
style.
Doctor, Susan,
It blew your mind.
It did blow my mind. Because obviously I think I've seen that done in the new series, but the classic series, didn't see any of that.
More positive proof of your
Retro in a classic series.
One of your other selves took it from...
Do as he says. We must warn the others.
And Susan, watch where you're going.
Yeah. Don't.
Watch where you put your feet.
Don't break your... Oh. Done it again. It's supposed to be his TCE.
No, I don't know what that is.
Paper mache.
Maybe it was.
It
Maybe
was paper mache.
maybe the master's into arts and crafts at this stage of his life. Sideman just shot it.
Well, his plans have get so weird in the 80s. It wouldn't surprise me.
Sorry, mustache.
Mustache.
There, I can see the bit which is going to fall.
Can you walk?
So hang on. Let me get one thing straight. Tegan is wearing high heels, and yet she's able to run across the terrain of the
a very
Death
rough
Zone.
terrain. Yeah.
And Susan's in boots, proper sensible footwear,
Walking boots. Yeah.
and she's able to twist her ankle.
Well, she's Susan. She's got ankles made of glass, apparently.
Quite a reception.
She's like Mr. Glass in Unbreakable.
I am the master, and your loyal servant.
Just can't help himself, can he?
He's always in stuff. He's always in some sort of pickle, isn't he? Well, Planet Fire, he shrunk himself. Muppet.
That's the next time we see him after this, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, you get King's Demons, when you see Chameleon.
I do hope he's alright.
That's right, because Chameleon's just stuffed in the cupboard in this
Yeah,
story,
just
isn't
lock
he?
him in the cupboard.
I'll have to go to the doctor.
I think I've heard it's because the guy, somebody built Chameleon
And then
as
he
a prop.
passed
Yeah.
away.
And he had like all this, he was remote controlled and everything, and he was the only guy who knew how to control it, and then he died.
Yeah.
It seems.
And
And
then
then
no one else
knows how to
knew
use
how
it.
to use it.
That's why he's only in the King's Demons and Planet
Planet
Fire.
Fire, yeah.
Well, this changes things. If the master isn't
But it does make me
responsible,
think though, because there's bits of Planet Fire where Chameleon's moving around. He
Yeah.
looks alright. They could have had him in some more stories, you know?
What, like just at the beginning or the end, just standing at the console? Like?
Yeah, he turns his head and stuff.
Yeah.
He could have done something. Even if he's TARDIS bound, a bit like K9, he could have
Yeah.
done something with it.
See, I wouldn't have minded if he just sort of stayed in the TARDIS. Like, Chameleon, watch over the TARDIS.
Yeah, he's like
right.
the man on comms, like
Yeah, yeah.
like Oracle.
Evidence of God.
No, no.
And also, he shapeshifts anyway, so you can have him just be an actor.
Cybermen. Then there's this. You know,
The
Death Zone's
Time Lord
large
corruption,
place
you know,
against
they're very
cybermen.
shady, the Time Lords, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were supposed
I think they're just as bad as the Daleks in some ways.
Especially when helped.
Especially when you get into the all the different agencies they've got, the Celestial Intervention Agency and whatever else they've got now.
Well,
They've got more, haven't they?
I'm a bit nerdy. I like to believe in that whole Season 6B thing. Because it makes sense, because otherwise the two Doctors doesn't really make any sense. And this, because the second Doctor in this, when he sees the
Jamie and
phantoms
Zoe.
of Jamie and Zoe,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, your minds were wiped by the Time Lords, you shouldn't be able to remember me. Because like, immediately after that, you were sentenced to regeneration and exile. So surely the second Doctor lived longer than we thought he did, you know?
I do not believe your lies.
Your lies! Look how foggy it is, you can't see anything.
Improved a lot of time's got passed since the Master woke up, been taken by the Cybermen. They've marched him back up the hill. For 2 hours they've just been asking him questions.
What's your favourite colour? Why are you wearing a big black cape?
Cyberman.
I remember this. These Cybermen take like 5 hours to try and blow up the TARDIS, and then as soon as they press the button, the TARDIS,
Finally!
yeah, the TARDIS is gone, and then they're like, oh. Rubbish.
Doctor, I'm just not built for this kind of thing anymore. You never were.
That's nice. You never were. Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Large, very fierce, and probably
The Yeti.
Did you see that?
No.
The boom!
Oh no.
I just saw the boom!
It's no longer your favourite story now, it's ruined.
Nah, it just adds to the charm.
Is it, no, it's Bruce listening, that's what it is.
Bruce is on the boom.
Oh, here we go.
Raston Warrior
Most
robot.
threatening villain. With his arse out. In his leotard.
perfect killing machine of
Wait, lose.
And that just looks like the most awkward.
There are arms built in. Sensors detect movement. Any movement.
It makes it more funny because John Poe is really like, he's really serious. Like, the most perfect killing machine ever devised. And it's like, it's a nice shot.
I think it's a really nice contrast though between the slow lumbering Cybermen and the really quick, thin lines, jumping about.
More athletic Raston warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really bumpy.
Can you operate the controls?
Yes, but we're still trapped by the force field from the tower.
You think Susan and Turlo would be a really good team?
Yeah.
One's a time lady, one's a Tryon. They're both really intelligent. All they do is just sit in the TARDIS.
You can make it.
Well, of course I can, young woman.
Of course I can, young woman.
Refrain from pitching me as Doc.
Jock! I swear there's an outtake I've seen of this where, like, you know, because it like blows up.
Yeah.
Like, apparently something caught fire
Interesting.
and they had to like put it out. I might be wrong.
Oh well, like
Something went wrong with it. Yeah, like the spark went off and something went wrong.
Right.
That.
I have never seen that casket before.
Take him to security and discover the
Could have been slightly more convincing there, Castellan.
Commander,
Is he the same Castellan from Deadly Assassin? He just regenerated.
No, it's the same Castellan from Arc of Infinity though.
No, not the mind's probe.
I thought it was always the same character and they kill him here.
So this one's Castellan Kelmer. I think Deadly Assassin. Spandrel, yeah. And I don't know who's in Invasion of Time. But interestingly, the actor who played the Castellan in Invasion of Time was an Imperial officer in Star Wars as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, I think.
traitor doctor.
Wait, he's the one in The Enemy of the World, isn't he, that actor?
Yeah.
At least hope it will
I can't remember him as Star Wars.
task of your other shows.
He was literally in like one little scene
Oh, was he?
on Cloud City. I think he walked up to the lady and went, "Oh, X-Wings approach you, my lord," whatever he says, and then
Oh, okay.
that's it.
But I cannot allow you to return.
He plays a good villain actor. He's a horrible little shit in Enemy
Enemy
of
of
the
the
World.
World, yeah.
I need your.
I think this is probably the best actor who plays Barusa, isn't
I'm
it?
sure he must be exhausted.
Probably because he has more to do and he becomes evil.
Yeah.
But the one in Arc of Infinity was really boring. I remember.
I do like the one in. I do like Invasion of Time, Barusa actually.
Yeah, he's okay. Oh, I forgot about that one. And you get the really posh one in the Deadly Assassin. Doctor, 9 out of 10. Oh, thank you, sir. Is it John Levine again? John Levine was a Cyberman and a Yeti before he was Benton.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was?
He's come back. Tangerine, is he David Tennant? Or Satsuma?
Jelly babies.
There we go. Yeah, Troughton's the real Jelly Baby Doctor. He did it first. Firecracker.
It's Galactic Missile.
What was that? It's a galactic glitter.
Right. I got it in pound stretcher, Brigadier.
Be left over someone or something wants us to go inside. After you, Brigadier.
I love that.
After you, Doctor.
That's like in Ghostbusters, you know, where they get to the top of the building and they go, "It's a set of stairs. Where do they go?" They go up. They go, "Come on, guys, go get them, guys, go!" Bill Murray, he goes last.
What's that they're carrying?
They haven't made any progress those
They're just-
two Cybermen at the front.
They're fiddling with the wire. We don't know what we're doing here.
They're standing there for an hour going, right, we better look like we're doing something.
Have you got the instructions, Dave? No. What? Oh, God. Is it that in? No.
This is the famous scene where the Cyber Leader throws up.
Oh, God, yeah. I think that wasn't intentional, though. Because it looks too much like vomit. No, and also, like, why would you risk spitting something into the helmet?
Yeah.
Because it's quite claustrophobic and horrible in there. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the health and safety guidelines wasn't as thought out as they are today's standards, but yeah, I still think putting some
Because no one
liquid
talks
inside
about
the...
it, do they?
No one talks about it. So I reckon it probably was an
We need to
accident.
start a movement. What happened with this thrown up Cyberman? We need answers. Start a whole project going around interviewing all the cast and camera crew from this time. Like, what happened?
We'll do our important live from location.
Now, was the vomit real? I don't know. What good pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here we go.
That's grim. I must say, I'm not a vomit expert, but it looked quite clear. It didn't look very lumpy, that sick.
I haven't analysed it that closely.
No, I could see it. It looked a bit like yellowy milk. You're getting the best content here, guys. But it didn't look, because there's food in it, Bobby. It didn't look like it had food in it, unless he hadn't eaten. I don't know. It was just like water vomiting up. Louis Marquis analyses sick. I love that.
Coming up in today's episode, Ben talked about sick.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not lumpy.
Did Sarah nearly fall over there?
She's not as bad as Susan.
No.
Now what do we do? Fly?
What a splendid idea.
Look at this.
She's got a pocket knife.
Practical man.
Yeah.
Worried, Doctor.
That's a bit awkward when Jodie Whittaker says the sonic screwdriver is like a Swiss Army knife, but without the knife, only idiots carry knives. Meanwhile, the third Doctor, oh yes, Sarah.
Too long. Oh, a little narrow, but always fiercely loyal to his oath of office. Any mention of the Dark Days filled him with horror. Now, you saw his reaction to the Black Scrolls. It wasn't that of a man discovered, but of sheer disbelief.
No, it was just bad acting.
No, I'm
Yeah.
He just did this.
at large.
I've never seen those scrolls before.
The way he reacted, you talk about his reaction to it. When it exploded, he just went,
Thank you. And I must speak to the Lord President.
Doctor! Cybermen!
Yes, we'll see if you can hold them off. It won't be a second.
Yeah, right.
Oh!
Doctor! Missed.
wait, I'm just trying to hit them. What was that?
It'll never work.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
So, your plan was to get a really small rock.
No, it was a pretty big rock.
What? You're not going to take out Cybermen, is it?
But she might have got a lucky shot. She thought she was going to get a lucky shot.
Cybermen, they built things. They're just going to go dunk. What was that?
Yeah, if anything, that's going to tell them where they are.
Exactly.
Well, it might have hit the master. Oh!
Comes back looking different. So what happened to you? I had to regenerate, hit by a rock. At least they've kept that continuity. Sarah Jane not liking heights.
Yeah,
Because in Genesis of the Daleks is where it's most prominent, isn't it?
it was.
I'm deaf now.
At least you're not wearing headphones watching that.
Oh, I've watched it with headphones, and trust me, don't do it.
How do you reckon we get in?
The door. Try the door.
There's a door right there, by the way. His reaction, he's like, seriously?
Stop the move.
Yeah. This is the same thing, pretty much, as Death to the Daleks.
It could cost you your life.
The best cliffhanger ever. Stop dead move. It even looks similar, the floor, it's the same colour.
It's the same colour. I think, am I right in saying that the novelisation of this, or the comic book or something, of this story came out a week or a few days before the actual episode aired?
Did it?
I think so. It was in shops.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I don't know if like the Target
That's
novelisation
weird, 'cause
or
they
something
normally-
came out, yeah, like a few days before, or definitely before the episode aired anyway. It was like a muck-up of the release date.
That's weird, because like novelisations, they normally release like years later.
Yeah.
Of the Time Lord.
It's funny they release it at the same time as the episode. I guess because rewatchability wasn't a thing back then, really, was it?
No.
The Death Zone. It's sort of wood.
You can see he's taking certain steps there. Like, they pick up on that, surely.
Across.
God, that is dangerous though. Those pyrotechnics. Look, he's on fire.
Yeah, particularly with guys in those suits,
Yeah.
and like, they all just
And
catch
it's in the
fire.
studio where stuff can go up. I think the Cybermen stopped carrying guns because they all kept getting shot with their own guns.
Possibly, yeah. That's why I had them built into their arms.
Yeah. A bit of a design error there. The Fifth Doctor shoots a Cyber Leader in Earthshock. And Colin does.
Yeah.
Cyber Controller and the Cyber Leader. It's easy, just grab their guns.
Letter pi. Surely you know some basic mathematics, child?
No, I don't actually.
The ratio of the circumference of a circle
Yeah, I know it's the circumference of
to
a
its
circle.
diameter
To its diameter.
is represented by the Greek letter pi.
It's represented by the Greek letter pi.
You just copied it.
No, I am just copying that.
By using a mathematical formula, sir.
No, I'm not here. I'm in the cupboard. Don't come and get the broom.
Positive.
No, Doris! I don't want to come and clean today!
No, I love they overheard him like playing with the figures he's got. I've got you at last, Doctor.
No power.
This is a good bit of music as well.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite nice melody to it, and then it goes into the Dark Tower sort of.
Yeah. Peter Howell, man, he's great. He's
Yeah.
a great musician. Or composer, technically, isn't he? Quite like Dominic Glynn as well. He's a good composer for the show.
Yeah.
You must keep your mind under control.
Keith McCulloch. Some of it is a bit dated, but
Robert Banks Stewart, he's the one who done Terror of the Zygons, isn't he? And
I'll see to death.
Seeds of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I really like his as well.
Yeah, he's good. What did I just think of? Oh, Paddy Kingston, Logopolis, and Castrovalva.
Yeah.
And those sorts of stories.
Doctor, this
Captain Yates.
Mike Yates.
Mike Yates.
I got that right.
same way as you. Liz Shaw is here too. I'll fetch
They're
her.
both playing it well there because when they deliver their lines, they're just deadpan staring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Them a bit. He's like, "Are you
Yeah.
Sarah?"
from the past.
Yes, well, I'm in the present and I'm real.
It's a wonder Katie Manning didn't show up there.
Yeah, you're real enough.
I reckon they probably tried to get her because I can't imagine.
She's the most iconic Third Doctor
Yeah,
companion.
well, they were with each other for what, 4 years?
three seasons, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
8, 9, and 10.
I feel weird.
Yeah. Although Liz, I love Liz as well. She's
Yeah.
Fierce and mysterious
I think Captain Yates is unfairly treated. Sort of, he did redeem himself in Planet of the Spiders, to be fair.
Yeah.
He did some bad things, but he made up for it.
How?
It's a shame you never see him again, you know? He had a good little character arc.
At my age, there's little
Yeah, it's a shame it just happened right at the end of his time at.
They could have easily brought him back for like a little unit story somewhere.
Or
He
maybe
could-
not
he
even Unit. I think I would have liked it if he stayed away from Unit.
could- Yeah,
but
because
it's just
he would never be able to rejoin, would he?
no.
Yeah.
But just another story with him in where he's a good guy again.
Yeah, he's like helping the Doctor out the same way he was in Planet of the Spiders.
Yeah.
Could have done it with Tom's Doctor, you know. Brought him in somehow. That's a Zoe scream. Someone's watching the Mind Robber in the other room.
I'll go and see you. Wait.
Have they added that scream? I don't remember that scream being there before.
Yeah, no, I think they did. Yeah. I don't think it's in the original one.
Take this.
Yeah, that's definitely not in the. That's quite creepy, actually. I love you heard Jamie screaming.
Jamie! Zoe!
stay back, Doctor.
Why are you wearing bubble wrap?
Don't come any closer.
There's actually bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Why? I like the second Doctor's one better. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's just like, you can't kill an illusion. He's really arrogant with it. He's like, fuck off. Like, I'm not falling for that. The third Doctor just sort of run away.
I think when I first watched this, I didn't really understand like why that was a thing. I thought, well, obviously to include the companions, but so is that from the mind of Rassilon? It's projecting those images for the
Yeah, it's
characters?
like a deterrent. It's supposed
Yeah.
to scare you away.
Okay.
Well, no, because weren't the Phantoms saying, "Oh no, come this way"? And I think they're either going to lead them to their death or they're going to lead them out. And
Right.
I
Okay.
think that's the point of them. Just like to deter people,
Yeah.
and aliens,
All right then.
I think. But mainly an excuse just to have old companions in it.
Yeah.
I never knew he was musical.
Fan service.
They changed the tune of this up from the original.
Did they?
Yeah.
Not a Doctor Who theme, is it?
No.
Interesting.
Why did they change it?
I don't know.
Key.
It does sound quite 80s-y, I think, the original one. It just sounds a bit cleaner, this version.
A tune.
A tune! Oh, well done, Doctor. Very good tune. I always thought that was like a TARDIS console.
Oh, the
Yeah, this thing.
the
look.
tune. Oh, that the little
Yeah.
what, memorial.
Surely it's meant to
plaque.
look like one. Look, it looks exactly
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
time rotor and everything. The way it's built.
Ah, there you are at last, my dear fellow.
Just scared the life out of Sarah there.
Good heavens. It's Miss Smith, isn't it?
Yes, Brigadier. I don't know how you forget that.
It was like a cross between Guy Fawkes and Halloween.
Lethbridge Stewart. Oh, my dear fella.
The boys are back.
Great heavens, you as well.
Typical. Absolutely typical.
Absolutely typical.
Oh, I know.
I think you've seen the story a few times as well.
There's certain bits I remember more than others.
Get interesting. My version isn't any better. Well, which one's yours?
Well, it's process of elimination, isn't it? When Sarah turned up, there was only one Doctor and Tegan standing there.
Changes nothing. Absolutely nothing. We lower the force field, get the young fellow back
You
from
can't keep track of all the Doctors.
This doesn't
Don't blame her. I can't now either.
I don't think anyone can these days.
Own my help
I love how wound up he is here. He's like, for God's sake.
myself. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, that kick is so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he kicked him before.
Did you see that? Leader. Huh.
I hadn't noticed. Like, why does he sound like a Power Ranger? It's morphin' time! It's morphin' time.
So they finally figured it out how to.
We got this from IKEA. We lost the instructions, leader. We've finally been able to build it.
Realize what they're up to.
What are we going to do now?
Die.
Alright, Turlo.
Great. Thanks,
I love
Turlo.
the way he said it. It's not very comforting, Turlo. Oh, is everything going to be okay? No, we're going to die.
Well, if it is a tune, what could it be? A tune like...
What are we going to do?
Barucha's standing in the next room going, who's bloody playing that? Right, Mark.
Get out!
This was good hindsight because I doubt those those
It's Time
lyrics
Lord.
have been painted on superbly.
Time Lord, isn't it? We've got an action figure of Dracula. Look at this, look at the way they're posed.
Brigadier.
Turlo doing snow angels. Tegan's the only one who's standing normally.
Such a pity about the castle. Then I needed someone to use for a
Say Castellan or cat.
Castellan.
Such a pity about the cat.
I think that's quite a really cool set. That's quite a really cool set. Doesn't make any sense. I think it's a really cool set.
Those mesh things in the background, I'm pretty sure they were used in Resurrection of the Daleks.
They look very similar to something like Terminus or
And I think they were
Fourth
definitely...
Doomsday or something.
Yeah, they were definitely using Resurrection, I think. On the corridors of the ship.
perpetual bodily regeneration.
I guess his motivations are he wants to control Gallifrey forever.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to let it go.
Yeah, I guess he's done so much, isn't he, for Gallifrey? So he's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, he probably is a bit possessive over it by this point. He's thinking,
Yes.
I don't want to die and have...
and hand it over to somebody else.
That's fair enough.
Well, not really.
No, I mean...
It's not really fair enough.
I'm the evil one now. No. I mean, like, in terms of writing, it makes sense. Because sometimes you get villains that are just power! And that's it.
Like the Master in this film, he just
Yeah.
bows for the sake of it.
Yeah, exactly. Did it work?
Just stand there like a bunch of idiots.
Like, the expression doesn't help. Bollocks!
I have discovered much, Doctor.
My place it,
Same
Doctor.
control room.
playing D&D with Doctor Who. Look, he's even all dressed up and
In the tomb of
he's got his little map out. I've never played D&D, so Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
You sent me to the zone to deal enemy to fight.
He's now playing with his little toys.
It's a game.
That's just us. It's like if we were in Doctor Who, we'd be sitting there playing the little master and.
No, it's right with sad or anything. An apron on. I've been cooking, Doctor.
It does, isn't it?
Time to go, Doctor.
I've been cooking in the cupboard, Doctor.
Immortality.
Cooking my immortality.
Can you hear me?
Calling the capital. Why did you say capital like that? Capital.
Calling the capital.
Yes.
Capital.
Capital.
Something's wrong, you know.
True enough. Yeah, John's right. The way you're speaking.
Yeah.
I feel the same.
Don't touch anything.
Well, we shall soon see, won't we?
You're very deadpan.
Yeah, staring like that. It's like those phantoms, isn't it?
Doctor, are you all right?
Be silent. Be silent, all of you. Do not move or speak until I give you leave.
Oh, is it?
Gentlemen,
They're hypnotised.
I owe you
Yeah.
my thanks. You have served the purpose for which
I always thought, what? You know, they've been running around. What? I bet most of them at this point like need a wee. And they sound it's like, don't move. I really need a wee.
He's a renegade.
Brigadier's like,
No better than fiddling down.
I've had an accident, Doctor.
We can't allow it, you know.
Good lord.
Always sealed for the best of reason.
You see, Brucer? Together we're a match for you. Perhaps
Well, almost all of us.
we'll never overcome it. We don't need to.
Tom's in the
Chancellor
pub.
Flavia will be here with her guard.
They changed the voice, didn't they? 'Cause
Yeah.
He was really squeaky originally.
This is the game of Rassilon.
It was like the original voice.
That was the voice from Rassilon. It's out of our hands now.
Which is
Pretty messed up what happens to Brucer.
It is.
He's just stuck on a desk. or a coffin, tomb, whatever it is. It's messed up when you see them, like their eyes like that, just moving and they're stuck.
Yeah, because you think about it, they probably are all conscious, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just there.
I imagine it's like an eternal hell where, like,
Yeah.
obviously you don't need to eat or drink, but you can't sleep. You're just stuck like that. Can you imagine?
nonsense.
Indeed I do.
He sure has.
I like the first Doctor figures it out. The original.
Yeah, that is a nice homage, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the first Doctor figured it out because even though the others have more experience, they're probably overthinking it because they've had all that experience. But
Yeah.
where the Doctor is probably the first Doctor,
Seeing it more in black and white sort of
He's
thing,
thinking
yeah.
about it in more simple terms. Yeah, black and white.
Yeah, that is pretty freaky.
Yeah, look at it. Oh. There's yours.
Conveniently placed. President Brucer.
That is horrifying. Well, we got what we wanted.
You did.
Space and time and space.
Troughton hides behind Pertwee, of course. He's still there.
This is trapped.
He too shall be freed.
Freed.
What are you talking about? I've been to the pub with Romana.
See, now when I watch Sharda,
So shall the
You want to see that every time.
no, but every time that scene where they actually are going under the bridge, I now always go, and that's where the Five Doctors happen.
Yep.
It is time
Well, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
to depart. Let them make their
I think it's like same with the War Games as well. Troughton's falling through space right at the end. And that's where the War Games, or that's where Five Doctors happen.
Yeah, true. And, well, for season 6B in general, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you know what would happen?
I think that's more like a teleport. They sent him somewhere
Suddenly realized
and made him do a lot of dirty missions for the Time Lords.
to win, and he who wins.
This is where the dirty work for them.
Yeah, well, the way I sort of see it is like, so they send him away, and then before the regeneration catches up with him, before he's teleported, well, he does. He sort of goes to Earth and sees sort of the Brigadier for one last time.
Yeah.
Victoria one last time. Ben and Polly one last time. I don't know.
Do a David Tennant.
Do a bit of a David Tennant, yeah.
Yes, and the most agreeable.
Valet de Chim will start playing.
And our dress sense hasn't improved much.
Or even if he just goes and sees the Brigadier or whatever, just one before
Well, he said
before it all catches up with him.
He said he's not really supposed to be. He said he managed to steer the TARDIS, and I take that as he managed to steer the TARDIS away from the Time Lords very briefly.
Yes.
Then this happened, and they caught up with him again. That's the problem with Doctor Who. You have to sort of fill in the gaps a lot of the time. With the continuity.
Scarecrow.
That's iconic because.
Actually, he's a scarecrow.
Yeah, because he plays
all Gummidge.
He plays all Gummidge.
One life, and I think I've had too much already. Goodbye. Yes, it was really nice to meet you.
I don't like this line
It was nice meeting you too.
because she would know,
I'll explain
Sarah.
later.
Oh, she doesn't understand. Yeah, because she's seen regeneration before.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
She's seen it in a bundle today.
yeah, I'll explain later. So you don't need to.
Also, what's weird about that bit there, when she shakes the Fifth Doctor's hand, in School Reunion,
Yeah.
they talk about the very last time they saw each other, and they reference the hand of the That's new.
Yeah. Like, that's the effect we got now.
Yeah, I've definitely not seen this version before.
Temporal fission. Old Rassilon.
What, so they
It
reference
used
the
to be
hand
the
of fear,
box.
do they?
Yeah, in School Reunion, they talk about like, oh, you dropped me off in the wrong place, Aberdeen, the last time I saw you, and but technically it was there.
Yeah.
Because she sees the most recent Doctor. But it works better the way they did it in School Reunion anyway, because if she then goes, oh, and that time when I met up with all of you in the Tomb of Rassilon, it'd be a bit convoluted for new series fans, wouldn't it?
Also, do you subscribe to the fact that every time there's a multi-Doctor story, there's a little bit of a mind wipe situation?
Yeah, with the Doctors, but not necessarily with the companions, I don't think. But maybe. But yeah, because it doesn't.
Because it's like a cosmic event.
Well, they do it in Day of the Doctor, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't really sort of meet up with yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I reckon, yeah.
And the Doctor always acts surprised when he regenerates. It's like, well, you'd know, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what your future's going to become, exactly. So yeah, I reckon.
Although, getting more convoluted, I think Troughton might remember Pertwee. Because, when he sees the Brigadier in this, he goes, because the Brigadier says, my replacement, so-and-so. And the second Doctor goes, oh yes, mine wasn't very promising either. So I think he remembers the third Doctor. But in most cases, it makes sense if the memory's wiped.
Immediately.
Oh no.
This is a summons no Time Lord dare refuse. To disobey the will of the High Council will attract the severest penalties.
Not again.
Very well, Chancellor Flavia. You will return to
Exile
Gallifrey
again.
immediately and summon the High Council. You have full deputy powers until
Imagine he gets exiled again because of
I shall
that.
travel in my TARDIS.
It's like, hello, Brigadier. Back again, Doctor.
You will obey my commands into the TARDIS. You will escort Chancellor Flavia back to her duties.
Doctor, wait!
This doesn't really pay off, though, this whole running away from the Time Lords again, does it? Because
No.
they just go back to
It's
Trial of
ju-
a Time Lord, where it's like, oh, I thought I was the President. It's like, no, you're not anymore. Oh,
I think
that's it.
that's just a bit of a celebratory thing, and it's a nice nod to basically go back from where it all started.
Yeah, running away from the Time Lords.
Yeah.
It's like when Hartnell said, Susan and I are cut off from our own people. But it would have been a nice little story arc, I think, from this point onwards, if they'd have been.
Yeah.
I charge you had full powers until I return.
There we go.
I like this little sort of original homage.
Well, there's a
Jingle.
thing on YouTube, I showed you, it was the Peter Howell and Derbyshire remix.
Yes.
They both work really well together, those themes. No, very good.
Yeah,
It's just a fun celebration of the show, that's what it really is.
it
isn't
is. It is.
It's not particularly the best script, but
No. Well, that's the thing. You can't. I mean, it's not really a story. Is it? It's more of a celebration, a celebration event.
yeah, it is like an event. It's almost like Doctor Who, the live show, almost like
Yeah.
It's a bit like the Ultimate Adventure in the way like that.
Well,
you know.
I mean, exactly the same as the 50th anniversary. You can't really dub it as a proper Doctor Who episode, but
No, it's not a normal episode at least.
No.
You know.
but yeah, it's just fun. I get nostalgic every time I watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that all the Doctors are together. It's like the Avengers assembling, isn't it? It's great, you know. Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee, hilarious together. They're like a comedy duo.
Yes.
They're both so different, but they work so well together, and their whole rivalry between their doctors is hilarious.
It is. And it's always good to see, because obviously the Doctor in any situation is probably the most clever person in the room.
When he's put up against himself.
And when he's put up against himself, obviously there's another dynamic just as powerful, or if not more so than him, because they know they're from his future.
Yeah, true.
So,
and also, like, from the future Doctor perspective, it's like, if you met your younger self, all you do is cringe.
Yeah.
Like I do. And that's probably what they're feeling. They're like, oh, for God's sake, I was like that. Yeah. Barusa was very good. Well, he was fine in what he was given. The actor did a good job. The action scenes are pretty cool. The best action scenes, the Raston warrior robot, because the pyrotechnics are so good with the Cybermen, and plenty of vomiting as well. We did the whole sick analysis.
we did.
Yeah, and it's great to have the Doctors there. John Pertwee was a highlight for me because he's my favourite Doctor, and I loved his little side adventure with Sarah Jane, with the robot and Cybermen and trying to climb up the tower. That was a lot of fun. And actually, the close second would be the second Doctor and Brigadier.
Yes,
that was very fun as well with the Yeti and everything. That was was it the firecracker he threw? And he said, "It's a space missile."
I just love the fact where he covers his ears, and I think this is probably completely down to Troughton. When the Brigadier goes, "What's that?" and he goes, "Pardon? What's that?"
What? You probably couldn't actually hear him. I was going to say that script I think was quite good because apparently, I mean, it's not the best script, but apparently it was quite rushed. That because
didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be something completely different. Because I heard apparently because Tom Baker was supposed to be in it and he pulled out last minute. It was supposed to be like
it was supposed to have quite a prominent role in it.
Yeah, he was supposed to. It wasn't supposed to be really the villain. I'm not sure, but he was supposed to be like a darker character.
Yeah,
and they had to try and deal with him or something. And because Terrence Dicks said, out of all the Doctors so far, Tom's version was the darkest one. He wanted to play on that and make him sort of... maybe he was supposed to be a full-blown villain. I don't know what was going on there. If he got possessed or something, I don't know. But that's interesting. But then, of course, he pulled out. But, considering Terrence Dicks didn't have much time to write a completely new script, it was fine.
Yeah.
The plot, it made sense, the plot. Barusa wanting immortality to, rule Gallifrey
forever. It made
forever.
sense. It was a nice nod to... It was a nice celebration, It was a great celebration for the past 20 years, exactly. So I agree with you. He did do a very good job.
Yeah, and he's a legendary writer anyway, Terrence Dicks. He's brilliant.
He understands the show, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's provided so much for the show. He did a load of the Target novelisations as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So, from that point, from definitely the classic era, I mean, obviously I don't know about the new series, but he just understood the show.
Definitely. And he's part of the team of my favourite era, so I'm going to like him. Him, Barry Letts and Terrence Dicks, that's personally my favourite era. But, that was just a lot of fun, wasn't it? Daft moments, but they were charming daft moments,
Yes.
There weren't... it was good bad, if you know what I mean. Like some of the Cybermen being really daft and fumbling around with wires.
Bruce hiding in a cupboard for most of the story.
Yeah. And the Master being useless as well. Oh dear. But, great to see the Brigadier there. All the companions. Nice to see a lot of the companions as well. Susan and... it's a shame Susan didn't get to do much, but at least she was there. Did stuff. We even got to see some other companions in the form of phantoms, Jamie and Zoe and Liz and Mike Yates.
Yeah, so fan service for...
plenty of... That's the thing with this, it's fan service, really. That's the main thing. But it should be, because it's a celebration, like you said, a celebration of the show. So, I'd give it... Because it's such a good celebration, and I do like the fan service, and everyone in it is really committed. Yeah. And you can tell everyone's enjoying themselves doing it. I've got to give it a 9 out of 10, I reckon. It's pretty solid. Yeah. It's not the best Doctor. To be honest, I've probably given technically better stories lower than that, but it's just the whole atmosphere of it and the celebration aspect. Yeah. And it's just a nice, fun run around for 90 minutes. Yeah. And it's good television, in my opinion. It's great for a Doctor Who fan, at least. I mean, if you weren't a Doctor Who fan, it wouldn't be as good.
It would make no sense, probably.
No. But even if you're like a casual fan, you didn't really get the show... You probably wouldn't. You probably appreciate that it's entertaining, but you wouldn't really get that fan service appreciation, And, but 9 out of 10 for me. That's my thoughts. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd probably give it 8.5, 8, so slightly lower.
Okay.
But pretty much everything you've just said, I agree with. I think the only reason I wouldn't give it higher, is just because it's more accessible to sort of audiences and stuff like
it's
that.
Self-contained plot.
And as it, I can't even talk now. As it is a celebration story, it doesn't get higher because obviously this is supposed to be what it is.
Yeah.
But then it is a really fun run around, and that's why I love it. So, that's why it's getting an 8.5 from me.
Well, there you go. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. It's more of a relaxed sort of reaction commentary.
Yeah, there was a lot of laughter in this one, so
we had fun with it. So there you go. So like and subscribe to Louie's channel.
Yes.
And don't know what we're going to do next. We might do a crap one or a good one. Who knows?
Yes.
The crap ones are just as fun, apart from Destiny of the Daleks.
Yes. Yeah, well, I think if we're going to do a crap one, we'll pick a fun one to do. Yeah. Because I think we've learned, haven't we, from Destiny of the Daleks?
Yeah. Well, I mean, past 1 and 2 we had a bit of fun, and part 3 came along. Oh, God.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. So.
Yes, that's it. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this one. As Ben says, if you do like this series, then please consider subscribing and liking. And if you've got any suggestions of what ones you want to see us do next, then please let us know. So without further ado, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Or bye-bye. Whatever Doctor it is.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, why not press the like button? Alternatively, if there's something you want to add, why not leave a comment? Also, if you like what I do here and you want to stick around, or you want to be notified of any further videos I do, why not subscribe as well as turn on the notification button? You'll be doing me a favour, and you'll also be able to see all the new videos that I post in future. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.